Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yesterday we had Rebecca in and I decided to record her nails because Rebecca's not been to me for nails for just over a year, and when she does come, she hasn't been able to due to work commitments, but when she does come to get her nails done, she always goes nice and long and nice and full on, so I thought I'll get these ones recorded. And I know I've been a bit lazy with videos lately. So there we've done, I've put up tips on and I've done all my prep work and a thin clear layer of acrylic. And what we're doing is using my Kylie Berry size 14 weapon. I am doing a reverse French on both the ring fingers. Now that colour is Nails Natural Beige. That's my favourite one. It just seems to fit everybody's skin tone. It's just lovely. So there we put the first bead on, and then we need a decent thickness of that one so that we've got a wall to butt the tip colour up against. Now I do that first and I blend it back, and then I pop another bead on at the cuticle and blend that over so that we don't have any shadow in. Now I had a look and I didn't think it was quite thick enough, so I've popped another one on. I do tend to piss about doing this because I'm so not good at them. It's because I don't do them often enough, it's why I'm not good at them. So I thought, right, get on with it, Steph. So there we go. So I'll do this on this finger and again on the other ring finger. So I'll just let you watch. So now we're coming in with design. Excuse me. Now this colour is Nails Raspberry Bloom, and I did a bit of an ombre with this, but I'm not going to be too pernickety arsed about it because I am going to cover both of them with a kind of corresponding glitter colour. So I just want to kind of fill in the background so that if there are any little gaps in the glitter, you don't just see bare nail, you see a colour very similar. So there's the bit of the pink. Now this colour is Mirror, and these are the two colours Rebecca chose. She was like a kid in a sweetie shop choosing colours because she's not had nails for so long. She was so excited. Now we decided on grey, and then we had to decide on a colour to go with grey. And we both said pink, so that's what we went with. So we've popped that on, blended it over. Again, not too fussy about it being perfect. And then we're just making sure it's nice and neat around that cuticle. I think I'm probably popping on another little beads of the Raspberry Bloom. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Now what we do is I pick up a tiny bit of clear acrylic, dip my brush into the glitter and cover it over. Isn't that gorge? That pink just went so well with it. It was catching the light so well. Now I've sped this video up because it was quite lengthy. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. Normally I just speed it up to 1.5, but I've put it up to 2. And until you finalise the video, you don't actually get to view it properly. So fingers crossed it's okay. I've put a little bit of music in as well. Look at me. Awesome. So hopefully you can still kind of hear everything and it's not doing your head in by the end of the video, because I've just put it on a loop, but it's quite cheery music. I did have sort of nice hippy dippy music, but I thought, Christ, I'll end up falling asleep doing this, so we don't want that. Okay, so there's our ombre. The top of the other one, by the way, was like a smoky grey glitter, but it had really chunky hexy pieces in it, so that was a bit fiddly, but you've just got to have a bit of patience and just pop it over where you want it to be and try and find the smaller bits within it. It was a multi-cut, but they were big hexes. But once it finished, they catch the light amazing, those big pieces. It's brilliant. So here we've got a full nail of Mirror Mirror. And if I remember right, I do just like a kind of glitter fade from the cuticle, yet with the same colour there. Yeah. That's me farting about with them, trying to get them neat as I can. And I'll just gradually fade it so that you can still see lots of that lovely metallic grey. And the pointer finger, I am sure, yeah, I do this one, and on the tip I try and do a bit of netting, but I don't think I was in shot, so I couldn't show you. It wasn't overly vibrant, but the effect was nice because I was going to do, she wanted a little bit of leopard print, so we were doing a bit of leopard print from the cuticle and working our way down the nail, so it sort of gradually disappeared, and then you had that little bit of netting with the mirror on the tip. It was nice, but again, faffed it up because I wasn't in shot. And the thumb, I think, yeah, I think I do another ombre here, and I just do a glitter fade from the tip so it looks like it's the different colour, just ombreing over the top. So again, doesn't have to be perfect because it's getting covered with glitter. So this is me putting the mirror over the netting that I've done, that I ballsed up the recording of. But you can see it's there. I just put a nice wet bead on it so as it goes into all the gaps that the netting's made. And then you just let that dry, file it away, and it leaves your nice design. And there we go, putting the pink glitter. I couldn't just finish that nail because the pointer finger would have been too dry to put the netting in, so once I just put the colour on, I popped and did the netting. So there's me just going ahead and finishing this other nail. The other hand was very similar but kind of opposite. The same, oh I'm so sorry, that's my son's phone, he's got the most ridiculous notification tone. It would have fart noises and everything on it when I'm doing a voiceover, wouldn't it? Thanks Josh. Okay, so we've faded that. Oh my god, that looks amazing. That was my favourite nail when we finished the set. That was my absolute favourite nail. So we go ahead and just file round that smile line. My file kept jumping off it though, it was annoying me. So yeah, this just refines the shape, nice and neat for when you're putting your other colour up against it. Now we're going to put leopard print halfway on this one as well, so I put the pink on this, then I put a striping tape down the middle, and half of the nail we did the leopard print, and on the other hand it was the same but opposite, it was the mirror colour at the tip, and we did the same effect. It looked quite good. I think we did everything on these nails. It was fab. There we go. So we'll pop a bit of colour on there, make sure we get it nice and right and neat up into those wings, and try not to get it over the top, but it doesn't matter if you do because you're obviously going to be filing over the top of that, so it would file away because you have to cap the tip in the clear acrylic because these strength powders are your core colours. They don't need capped, they're tough enough, but your colours tend not to be, most of them anyway. So you just use them sparingly because the clear is cheaper than your colours. And it's tougher as well. And these tips that I'm using, these are Glitterbell's Extreme Stiletto, I think. They are more almond shaped if you ask me, but they've got such a great curve on them. If you're looking at them from front to back, they've got a nice curve underneath, and that's what gives them such a great strength as well. It's the ones that I've got on. I've had my nails on for just about a week, and they are brilliant. So strong and tough. So we've popped the pink on there, and there we're filing away that grey. So now what we're going to do is cap all the nails. I think I've only shown one because it's the same thing. What I do first though is I take my wet brush and just wipe it over all, if it's a glittery nail, because it stops any bubbles forming underneath where there's been like a little air pocket. So that clear acrylic gets right over on top for right good coverage. Now these are quite long nails, as you can see, so we need to make sure we've got a really decent apex on them, which is the kind of hump bit if you're looking side on at a nail, and where the stress area is. And on these ones it's going to be in the back third of the whole nail, not just the natural nail, the whole nail, it's the back third. That tends to be where your stress area is. So if that's nice and tough and thick enough, not ugly thick, you know, but thick enough, then your nail should last fine. So I'm trying to get everything as neat as possible so that I can cut down on any filing. And we check it from all angles, right down the front. Make sure it's all even, there's no gaps or dips. There, must have seen a little bit just at the cuticle there that wasn't quite even. So we'll just add as many beads as you want. I'm not the sort of ninja that can do these things in one bead. I do quite a few beads until it's perfect, but it always ends up fine. So here we are putting this fiddly arse striping tape on. This was the second hand that I did it on. I did record the other hand, but oh my god, it took me ages. This one looks much more efficient. So we'll pop it on, just cut it roughly to size, using little scissors. Now at the front, I don't worry too much about it because I just tend to file off the front ever so gently. That way you've not got a raggedy edge or anything underneath your top coat that you can feel, because if you're anything like me, you'll pick it and then it'll be gone. Nail's ruined. So this is me. What I do is I pick up a little blob of silver gel paints. These are the Model 1 gel paints. Model 1s, I should say. They're a company in America. I have got quite a few of their gel paints. They're quite thick, so when you're going over the top, you have to, I always do a layer of base coat and then top coat so that there's not a huge amount of lumps and bumps. But they're just so pigmented and thick that if you were to do this with gel polish, you'd probably have to do it twice to get the effect. So yep, this is just kind of going to be like the dots of the leopard print. Just put kind of like splodges on. And then we do it on the ring finger, not the ring finger, the pointer finger as well. And like I say, I tend to sort of fade it away because I've got that, you can only just see at the tip there, I've done the netting with the pink, so it sort of fades away into that, and then you've got that right at the edge of the nail. And this goes into a lamp to cure. I put it in for 60 seconds. It's an LED lamp I have. And then after that, I get a really tiny, thin detailed brush and I put black gel paint around the outsides of the blobs. And that just gives it the leopard print design. Rebecca thought this was going to be really, really tricky. She thought, I don't know what she thought actually, but she couldn't believe it when she could see just how easy it was done. But it's so effective, it was so cute, she just loved it. She was all about the leopard print. I forgot to say that I filed and buffed off camera. What I did, I took my steel nail file and I did the shaping first. That is my favourite way to get those perfect shapes because there's no flecks in that nail file. It gets exactly the shape you want it to. And then I use my E-file to whiz over the top of them. And then take any bulk off that I feel needs it, just to get it all smooth and even, checking over them all the time. So this is just the detailing going across the pointer finger this time. And then again, we'll cure that and I'll pop a layer of base coat on. So I've put base coat and cured it on the nails that I've just got the leopard print on, like I said, so that it's not too overly lumpy bumpy. And now we're going in with nails top coat, and that is where those glittery nails just come to life. So beautiful. That pink glitter is just stunning. I'm not used to doing nails of these lengths, so I never had enough product on that brush because I never need to use that much. So it felt like my brush was absolutely lathered in product, but I needed it for these nails because they were just so beautifully long. I love doing long nails. They're actually easier than short nails. There we go. That glitter is just beautiful. And there we go. You can just see that bit of netting at the tip there as well. Just gives it that extra something. Because they need it right enough. They're so plain. And again, look, fucking that up. Didn't get the top coat on my favourite nail. Ugh. Could have kicked myself. It's so beautiful. So you can just see it, but it's just gorgeous. And now what I do after I do every set of nails is I take my steel nail file and I just go over that shape again, because sometimes the top coat can just sort of take away that sharpness, if you like. So I just like to make sure that I've redefined that and it is just exactly how I want it to be. And then I just dust it off, cuticle oil, and I make them be contortionists for pictures. And there's a finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.